Hi, my name is Sky, yes, double Y, and welcome to my channel, Sky Explains It All, or welcome back if you've already been here before. Today's video will be part 3 of my 3-part series, Restyling the 12 Official Disney Princesses. I will have a playlist linked below so you can watch the first 2 parts. In this video, I will be restyling Pocahontas, Mulan, Tiana, Rapunzel, Merida, and Moana. As stated in my previous videos, I gave each girl 3 different looks. The first for every day, the second for an after party, like the Vanity Fair Oscar party, and the third for a formal event. Now, let's get right into this video. Pocahontas was released in 1995. I cannot go without saying how incredibly insensitive and problematic this movie is. Pocahontas was a real person. Her real name was Motuoka. She was still a young girl when she was taken and held captive by colonizers, where she was brainwashed into converting to Christianity and given the baptized name of Rebecca and ended up marrying a dusty old man named John Rolfe. There is no love story. She did not fall in love with John Smith. She and her people were victims of colonization. If you are interested in learning about the history of her character design for the film, I highly encourage you to watch Mina Lay's video on Rating Disney Princesses on Historical Accuracy Part 2. Okay, so now on to the outfit. For her first look, I was inspired by the animation in the song Colors of the Wind. You know, after John Smith made that real ignorant statement.
Yes, we'll build roads and decent houses and...
Our houses are fine.
You think that, only because you don't know any better.
What? Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Not you. You can choke. This was the first.
I chose this rainbow top from For Kinship. The colors in the top are reminiscent of the colors in the Colors of the Wind animation sequence. Plus, For Kinship upcycles secondhand items, and I believe Pocahontas would be into sustainable shopping. I paired the top with a pair of flare high-waisted jeans. I see her choosing clothing that will have longevity, and a good pair of jeans can last 4 years. For her shoes, I went with a pair of Saint Laurent Cape booties. I gave her a few accessories. I chose this wide brim hat from Thunder Voice Hat Co. The hat features a feather detail that calls back to her native heritage. I gave her this small yellow shoulder bag from Manitoba. The colors tie into the top, and I stuck with a small bag because I don't see her being the type of person that carries a whole bunch of stuff around. She is said to have her mother's spirit that is like the wind, so it was important to keep her outfits from looking heavy. To wrap the whole outfit up, I chose this silver blue turquoise necklace from All Tribes. Technically, the necklace would have been her mother's, given to her by her father, and I see her practically wearing it all the time. For her second look, I took inspiration from her mother's spirit that manifests in the form of the wind, as I mentioned previously. I chose this white off-the-shoulder dress designed by Mara Hoffman. The dress gives me the vibe of being weightless because of how the sleeves are structured in a way that gives the appearance of them looking like they are floating. Plus, the obvious color of white reminds us of clouds. The sweetheart neckline refers to how Pocahontas always listens to her heart. For her shoes, I picked a pair of red Christian Louboutin red stiletto heeled sandals. I specifically chose red to refer to the scene with the song Savages, where we all see the flames of red. I chose a pair of chandelier-shaped earrings by B Yellowtail, designed by Copper Canoe Woman, and this vintage beaded clutch for her accessories. For her formal look, I went with look number 3 from Zuhair Mirad's Spring 2020 Couture Collection. The details of the dress incorporate feather-like shapes, and that further references the element of air and the idea of being weightless. For shoes, I wanted to stick with gold, so I chose a pair of Giuseppe Zanotti ankle-strap sandals. To finish the look, I picked these gold spike post earrings. For all of her outfits, the element of air was obviously a huge inspiration. Next up, we have Mulan. Mulan was released in 1998 and is an icon simply from this scene alone. I don't know about you, but I still get chills from that. For her first look, I took inspiration from the outfit she's wearing while she's doing chores in the beginning of the movie. All of her clothing pieces for this look are from the brand Ground Zero clothing. The top I chose is this lime green long sleeve top with slits because it reminded me of Mulan when she cuts her hair in the film so she can impersonate a soldier. Her bottoms is this utility mini skirt with pockets. In her day-to-day looks, I see her being one of those people who always wants their clothes to have pockets so they don't have to lug a big purse around. I also topped the outfit with this black utility jacket with chains. The chains and cutouts tie back into the top and skirt. I also would have the jacket in white instead of black. I'm not the best at Photoshop, y'all, so just use your imagination and pretend that it's white. The tab on one of the zippers is shaped like a flame, and I think that can refer back to Mulan's guardian, Mushu. For her shoes, I went with a pair of distressed leather boots from R13. They would ideally tie into the white jacket. When it comes down to accessorizing, I put her in a pair of black thigh-high tights and a black leather thigh garter belt with chains. I also gave her this red belt bag from Haluka Hawk. I see that being where Mushu resides while Mulan is out in the world day to day, hence the eye details referring to how he is always looking out for Mulan. I would end off the look with this single ear cuff and chain necklace from Pataraffin. Look number 2, I based off the outfit Mulan wears when she goes to meet the matchmaker. I chose the blue halter jumpsuit with cutouts and silver chain details from Nana Jacqueline Los Angeles. I believe Mulan would totally be down to play into her femininity, but also making sure to keep it comfortable. And the colors remind me of her shawl in the movie. Her shoes are a pair of embellished leather sandal heels in silver from Valentina. The shoes play into the silver details on the jumpsuit. I also gave her this crystal embellished mini tote from Rosantica, as well as these silver flower earrings that are from Nana Jacqueline as well. The flower is a callback to the scene where Mulan has a conversation with her father by the cherry blossom tree after the matchmaker visit was unsuccessful. Now her third look is my favorite formal look in all of this 3-part series. I chose this absolutely stunning dress from Gao Pei Spring Summer 2019 Couture Collection. I mean, the attention to detail is immaculate. The silhouette of the dress is a reference to Mulan's heritage. I also like how it almost looks like armor, and that reminds us of Mulan's time in the army. The multicolored embellishments all along the dress reminded me of scales, which refers back to dragons, and while that can of course refer to Mushu, it mainly is a callback to the Great Stone Dragon. There is this theory that the reason Mushu was unable to awaken the Great Stone Dragon Guardian because the night Mulan decides to take her father's place in the army, the dragon spirit became a part of her. I can also appreciate how the dress plays into both a masculine and feminine design, since Mulan essentially does the same in the movie. For her shoes, I chose a pair of gold strappy cord-heeled sandals from Marciano. The gold ties into all the gold details on the dress. I finished off the look with this yellow gold ear cuff. I love that the cuff's design is reminiscent of a fan, but also looks like blades as well. And it reminds us of how Mulan was able to use her fan as a weapon when trying to save the Emperor from Shan Yu. We have now made it to my good sis Tiana. The Princess and the Frog was released in 2009. Tiana is Disney's first Black Disney princess. Now, I will say, as a Black girl myself, that I was perturbed at how the story was told. I do not appreciate the first Black Disney princess, a part of Disney's franchise, being turned into an animal for the majority of the movie. Black people, especially women, are so often dehumanized in media, and I'm sure for little Black girls around the world, it would have been much nicer to see a princess that looks like them for the full hour, 37 minutes, and 29 seconds, as opposed to the about 23 minutes she is human. But that does not negate how beautiful Tiana's design is, as well as the music and the overall look of the film. So back to the looks. For her everyday look, I took inspiration from the blue gown that Lottie gives her to wear. I chose this beautiful blue organza puff dress from Selkie. I wanted to give her a very princess-esque looking dress because she deserves it after all of her hard efforts in life. I can see her wearing this dress on a cute lunch date with Naveen. Her shoes, I gave her a pair of faux pearl embellished sandals from Saint Laurent. Pearls in some cultures symbolize knowledge and wisdom that comes to a person through experience, and throughout the film, Tiana learns that life is about more than just work, and it's important to take part in life and have fun. I chose this white shoulder bag from Elimi and these flower and pearl drop earrings. Both pieces complement the shoes, and the flower detail refers back to the scene where Tiana and Naveen get married in their frog forms. Her second look I based off the outfit she wears in the Almost There song. I chose the stunning beaded sequin mini dress from Folklore by the brand Onalaja. The dress is made from hand-cut metal and beaded by hand. I am sure you have to imagine just how much time and effort it takes to accomplish a design such as this, and I think Tiana, who has been a hard worker herself, would appreciate that. Her shoes are a pair of crystal embellished PVC sandals from Gianvito Rossi. I wanted to give her a little bag and went with this dark orange petite clutch bag with embellishments. The bag ties into the shoes and the dress. To finish the look, I picked a pair of yellow gold, diamond, and citrine drop earrings. Now for her third and final look, I went with the gown from Ralph & Russo Spring 2018 Couture Collection. The green is clearly referring the green dress in the film. I prefer this darker shade of green as opposed to the one in the film because it just looks a lot more luxe. Plus, this deeper green would look amazing on darker brown skin tones. Just look at this dress here on Winnie Harlow, like chef's kiss. This dress does have some yellowish undertones in it, and again refers back to the original dress. Her shoes, I went with a pair of these acid green slingback sandal heels with a silver brooch embellishment from Identia. I gave her a pair of oval Perrette and diamond top stud earrings in 10-karat white gold that tie into the shoes and wrap up the whole look. Tangled was released in 2010, and I gotta say is one of my personal favorite Disney movies. For her everyday look, I was inspired by Avril Lavigne's style in the early and mid 2000s. She had like that commercially cute rebellious look that I can see Rapunzel being into. Oh, and side note, I styled Rapunzel based off when her hair is short for all of these looks. I chose look 7 from Anna Sui's Spring 1993 ready-to-wear collection. Rapunzel is a painter, so I see her having a colorful wardrobe. The lace-up tunic top refers back to the bodice of her dress in the movie. The cargo shorts are purple, and that is a call to the fact that Rapunzel is royalty. The shorts also incorporate butterfly details. Butterflies are symbolic of change and rebirth. Rapunzel finally discovering who her real family is and background. And throughout the movie, she's discovered a whole new side to herself, so I think the two play off each other extremely well. The butterflies can also be symbolic of transformation and could refer to Mother Gothel using Rapunzel's hair to keep her appearance looking young. For her shoes, I chose this pair of multicolored platform bands. They have a childlike element to them that references the sheltered life Rapunzel has lived. I would finish up the look with a pair of lime green slouchy socks and this beaded choker necklace from Martha Calvo. For Rapunzel's after party fit, I was inspired by the outfits worn by Rachel A. Cook, Rosario Dawson, and Tara Reid in the 2000 film Josie and the Pussycats. I chose this yellow halter dress from Miu Miu. The yellow refers back to Rapunzel's hair before it was chopped short. I basically looked to the scene where the little villager girls braided and decorated Rapunzel's hair. Hence the flower detail on the dress. The shoes are a pair of multicolored strappy sandals from Aquazzura. The purple refers back to her original dress, and the yellow not only refers to her hair, but the colors remind me of a sunset, and being that the crest of the royal family is the sun, I thought that would be a cool play. The accessory I decided on is this purple mini tote bag from Amina Muaddi. The bag ties into the shoes. Finally, for Rapunzel's formal look, I was inspired by her royal family crest and the lanterns they would light for her every year on her birthday. The dress I chose is from Georges Hobeca's Spring/Summer 2017 collection. I legit did not realize how similar it looks to Rapunzel's wedding dress in the tangled short, so I must know what I'm doing or something because it's literally like spot on. I love all the gold and silver appliques on the dress. A lot of the shapes in the dress also remind me of that aura of light we see that emits when Rapunzel sings the song to activate the magical properties of her hair. The shoes that I picked tie into the dress that are by Badgley Mischka. The accessories to complete the look are a pair of gold and diamond drop earrings and this knuckle ring to match. Brave was released in 2012, and I must say, Merida has some of the most superb hair and animation that I have ever seen. For her everyday look, I gave her this embellished long sleeve crop top from Alice and Olivia. I layered this short sleeve polo shirt from Ralph Lauren over it. I see Merida being into sports, and the different graphic designs in the polo refer to that. For her bottoms, I went with this plaid color block pleated skirt from Monsi. The plaid is a callback to a traditional kilt that is a part of her heritage. To give the look some more texture and edge, I would layer a black chained waist belt on top of the skirt. I picked a pair of Buffalo London classic low leather sneakers in black. I think with anything that she wears in terms of shoes, it would have to be comfortable because she needs to be able to, bust out her bow and arrow whenever she sees fit. I'd have her wear a pair of white ankle socks to go with the shoes. I see her having a hat and went with this black wide brim bucket hat that is from MLB Korea. Again, more sports motifs refer to her interest in athletics. I'd finish everything with a silver double chain necklace that features a lock and a key. Merida is felt locked into a certain path that she is supposed to take, but the key represents that she is the one in control of her own fate. The second look is loosely based off of her outfit she wears when the guys are competing to be the one who will be betrothed to Merida. I chose this long sleeve squiggle stripe mini dress by Halpern. I would pair a pair of vegan leather wide leg pants underneath the dress. We can clearly see that in this part of the film, Merida does not like being uncomfortable, so simply wearing a mini dress on its own would not make any sense. For her shoes, I went with these heel boots from Nodoletto. The look would be completed with a pair of red circle lens sunglasses. The color red can be symbolic of a lot of things, but in this instance, I believe it would represent Merida's determination and daring action she takes to choose her own path. Coming into her third look, I see her wearing this blue blazer gown by Christian Siriano from his Spring 2020 ready-to-wear collection. I think that if Merida is in a setting where she is meant to wear something formal, she'll comply, but in her own way. The blazer would make it feel more like herself, rather than dressing up in a silhouette that's traditionally feminine. For her shoes, I chose a pair of white and silver platform sneakers from Golden Goose. Merida would definitely not wear a skinny stiletto heel. I think she would be like, no one is going to see them anyway, so why would I be uncomfortable for no reason? The sneakers have a touch of blue that tie into the dress. The star detail on the sneaker refers to the blue ball of light we see Merida follow throughout the film. Her accessories would be some simple silver cuff earrings. Our final princess that I have restyled is Moana. Moana was released in 2016 and is not just one of my favorite Disney movies, but one of my favorite movies, period. For her first look, I did keep in mind that Moana lives in a tropical environment, so that will reflect in how I styled her. Her first look, I took inspiration from Te Fiti. I start the outfit off with this multicolor floral dress from Poster Girl. The dress's floral design obviously refers back to Te Fiti. The straps are also contrasting. One is soft and delicate, and the other is more hard and edgy, which I wanted to refer back to the Taka versus Te Fiti. I'd have her wear a pink fitted tee to wear underneath the dress. Her shoes are a pair of silver metallic crystal embellished platform sandals. The shininess and the crystal embellishment are a callback to Taumatoa and his obsession with shiny things. I chose a purple mini bag from J.W. Pei to complement the purple flowers in the dress. For earrings, I chose a pair of pink plastic flower earrings to refer to Te Fiti's flower crown. The look is completed with a bunch of charm and beaded bracelets from Bon Bon Whims. Moana's second look I based off of her outfit she wears at her coronation ceremony. I chose look 51 from the Oscar de la Renta Fall Winter 2020 collection. This look is my favorite after party fit. The red and the feathers are a clear reference to her original dress. I paired these pink and red suede sandal heels by Ferragamo with the look and completed with this large red clutch by Tyler Ellis. The last and final look of this entire series I based off Moana's official Disney princess look. It's the one we see throughout the majority of the film. For her formal dress, I decided on the marigold silk Varithia gown with high-low bubble hem by Bibhu Mohapatra. The color orange is symbolic of adventure and refers back to Moana's journey to return the heart of the ocean. Her shoes are a pair of blue satin heels by Viatico. The color represents Moana's good friend, the ocean. I chose this multi-stone station diamond necklace in 14-karat white gold as one of her accessories. The colors in the stone complement the dress and shoes. And the topaz earrings tie into the necklace as well. I wanted her formal look to be warm and bright to represent the energy of Moana's environment. Okay, Dollface, we have reached the conclusion of the series. It took a lot of time to make. I may have been a bit over ambitious to give 12 characters 3 different looks. Like, y'all, I made 36 outfits in total, but it was definitely fun coming up with all of them. Let me know which looks were your favorite here in part 3. I have a lot more interesting content to come in the future, so be on the lookout for that. I wholeheartedly appreciate you all for watching. I hope you all have a dreamy day. Bye!